So this video is going to go through a potential workflow for collecting handwritten work. So for a math class or a science class or an art class or really anything where you're going to push out something to students and they need to basically do some handwritten response, and then they need to submit that digitally to you so that you can grade it through Canvas and get feedback to them. So first thing you're going to need to do is to set up your assignment. So I'm going to go to my course that I'm working through here, and I'm going to just add an assignment. So I'm going to go to whatever module. I'm going to add an assignment. I'm going to make a new assignment, and I'm going to call it homework and then handwritten. And basically I want to add that component there. And then I'm going to give some details to it. So now I need to edit this assignment. There's nothing here, it's just a blank shell. And I'm going to say to take a picture of your work and submit to this assignment. What I need to do is, besides just giving the directions, I need to give the submission type to be an online submission. So I go down to submission type, I click online, and then I want to allow them to do a file upload. So I'm going to basically just allow them to take a photo. They can, and if they're in a mobile device for taking this, it's really simple, and I'll show what that looks like in a second. So you're basically going to allow them to take a picture, upload it to this, and we'll see what that looks like in SpeedGrader when you grade it. So I'm going to save and publish. The save and publish piece is going to allow me to for students to view it. So if I go back to my module, what I'm looking for is that it's in a module and that I have the green check mark, which means that it is handwritten. So I'm going to pause this piece and then transition to what the student perspective would look like, again, on a mobile device as this is going through it. All right, so I'm in on an iPad, or a student would be on a phone. They're going to go to the Canvas student app, and they'll open up their course, and they're going to navigate to the assignment that they're looking for. So they click on the homework handwritten, they click on the big blue submit assignment component, and then they're going to upload a file. When they upload a file, they can go to their camera, so they click on camera, which will bring up their camera, and then they can find their work. They basically take a picture of it. They can take as many pictures as they need to, and then they can upload those. So I'll do another one. So they'll hit the camera again. They'll upload a second page with their work. And when they're done, they'll hit submit to actually turn in that assignment. It'll give them an update that they've submitted it. So they're submitting it. And then that will be it. So there'll be a submission confirmation. And then if they have the option to resubmit, they can resubmit. And then now we'll go back to the kind of teacher component. All right, so we've seen through the student perspective what it looks like to upload their assignment, their handwritten work. It's very simple if they're on a mobile device. Again, a little trickier if they're just on a computer, but they can still make it work. So now what we're going to see is we've had that submission on the student end. We want to grade it from the teacher end to see what that looks like. So I would go to grades in my course, and then I would have at the top a handwritten component. I can see I have a little icon there showing that it's been submitted. I'm going to need to click on the menu icon and hit SpeedGrader. When I click SpeedGrader, I should see for the submission for the student those files that they uploaded. So it's loading it. I can see there's the two files that I took the picture of. If I toggle between them, I should be able to see both of them. There they are. And I can comment on them. So this is where I have the option of I can assign points. I can draw on it though. So I could, from there, I could mark it up. If I was working on an iPad, it would be easier to mark it up. I can drop in a pin. So I could say something like this, that good job checking your work, and I could also probably leave a text box on something. This is correct. And then if I go to the other file, again, if I was editing it or marking it up, I can modify those pieces. So I'm putting some sort of feedback on it. Maybe the line is not right, and it would look like that. And then I'm going to hit submit, and it's going to store those comments for me. And I can see that I've submitted my I've submitted my grades. So I'm going to toggle back one more time to the student view to see what that looks like when the grade has been submitted from there. All right, so this is now the student app. They've logged into Canvas Student, and they are going to the assignment that they'd found where they'd already submitted. If they click on the submission and rubric piece, it brings up that handwritten feedback and the comments that the teacher has given them, as well as the grade. So an easy way for the students to see the feedback that you gave them. So hopefully that kind of shows what that potential workflow would look like. Again, pretty easy to set up, and all those pieces hopefully integrate really well, and it'll be easy for handwritten work to be submitted online and then graded and given feedback to.